Another aspect that is worth contemplating is all of the ethnic peoples, the tribal peoples on this planet that have been systematically intentionally degraded, intentionally dumbed down and annihilated. Some would call it ethnic cleansing. All of the peoples, the Indians, and many of the Indian tribes are actually reincarnated Lemurians and some Atlanteans. So as we now know, many of the Indian tribes have been systematically depopulated, and some tribes actually annihilated. They've also done it with the Celtic peoples. Some European peoples. Basically what that is there have been tribes and groups of people on this planet that hold and carry the original DNA, genetics, frequencies, vibrations, lights, sounds, and energies, and resonances of the first creation, of prior timelines. Especially from higher dimensions. So the parasitic reptilian species has used the AI system to periodically and systematically try and find or locate those beings who carry the original frequency, vibration, light, sound, energy, and resonance, light codes, genetics, DNA of prior timelines. And they've done that intentionally because of their specific intents and goals. And it's worth contemplating those things because once you contemplate and then analyze, extrapolate, it leads you to bigger questions. And even bigger questions. That also gets into aspects of what would a true benevolent creator allow and not allow. And based on what is being forced on this planet and what is being forcibly done to humanity. Those are questions that must be asked and thought about and contemplated. And many of those questions, the answers are not warm and fuzzy. There are many truths about the true reality of things about this planet, about this universe, that are actually quite abhorrent. And humanity has been lied to pretty much about everything. So when you really start seeking the truth of things, and you start finding those answers, they require great strength and emotional maturity to be able to carry those truths. And then one also has to be able to move forward knowing those truths and deciding from what place within them that they are going to express and operate from. And based on that, for those that have done this, existence here becomes very different. And obviously, priorities change. And the more one starts to really see the stark, harsh reality and the ramifications of the things that have been forced here. So that was another aspect I wanted to make light of. If you find that you are one who is contemplating those kinds of things, again, I am only speaking to true benevolent beings. And I hope that those benevolent beings who might be listening to these recordings, I hope that you are one who is seeking truth and looking at the bigger picture, asking the big questions, and really starting to come to terms with the reality here. And deciding from where you are going to operate from. And the things that you are going to make a priority. At some point, I will say that I do not think that there are very many true benevolent beings currently present here. And because of what the reptilians have done here to humanity. I think there's a very small number of us. And as time passes, I think it's extremely important that our group tries to find each other and tries to come together. And, you know, as a group, I think that we need to recognize the size of our group and the reality of things, and the truth of the reality of things, in order to then start making decisions more as a group. Now, there may be those of you out there that are not seeing it like that or perceiving it like that, which is fine. That is how I'm perceiving it. And there might even be others out there, benevolent beings, who are perceiving it like that as well. But as time passes, I think that is going to become more and more important. And I'm always trying to think about how we can better come together as a group and be working as a group, becoming a stronger force. My perceptions of things, I will rephrase. I also have a perception that this planet, as much as there are many things that I love about this planet, because of the circumstances and other factors, I think it's time to go, is what I'm saying. And I think that we need to be working as much as we can, and be doing our best to really move forward in our evolution process as quickly as we can, to the best of our ability, and trying to find the ways out of here. And right now, I'm seeing that through the evolution process. However, there may be on this planet, as old as it is, portals of some kind. There are a certain number of people who have spoken about a group of benevolent beings, advanced beings below ground. They call that Agartha. I do feel that there is a group of beings that resides below ground. However, I do not have much information or perceptions on it. I do know that there's a military base supposedly at the opening, and that they do not allow the public anywhere near there. Obviously, that begs the question, why? And there are other aspects that you have to look at that with regards to that. Anyway, I didn't want to make this too long. I wanted to shed light on the aspect of Native peoples and what the reptilians have done to those peoples. And it's the value in contemplating the reasons why. Clearly, they are trying to annihilate those who are of the benevolent creator. And I think it's important that we do our best to try and stick together, try and come together, try and work with each other. And I think we really need to figure out a way out of here, being that this is a farm and that they are really trying to just what they've forced on humanity and what they've done to humanity. And those are things that I do not want to be a part of, nor participate in. And seeing how they've basically tried to make this planet a prison planet and try and obstruct beings from leaving, and they've tried to obstruct beings from evolving. That is not right. And it also is an indication of, well, in addition to what I already know about those things, but it should give others an indication as to how this universe has been being operated and run. And of course, that brings in into question many other things. So, if you are one who contemplates those things, that just might be one more thing to add to the list. And I hope the benevolent beings out there that might be listening to this channel are doing their best to come to terms with the truth of things, the best that they can, that they're doing their best to remain strong and to strengthen their own beings and taking back, what's been raped from them, and doing what they can to continue in their evolution process. So I think I'll go ahead and wrap this recording up. And stay strong and do the best that you can. And do your best to come to terms with things. And start trying to come up with your own plan of how you're going to try and extract yourself from this farm. And then at some point, maybe we can, our group can start coming together and start trying to help each other. All right, until next time.